One of the most frustrating things about editing is how slow and time consuming it can be. Even the simplest editing job can take up many hours, so any advantage we can give ourselves is potentially a massive time saver. One of the best ways to speed things up is to be super organised and have all your media grouped together, so you don't have to waste time looking through all your clips for the shot that you need. It's like that old saying that a cluttered desk is the sign of a cluttered mind. But what if, like me, you're a lazy and can't be bothered spending all that time organising all your media? Well, Davinci Resolve has got your back. That transition would have been a lot slicker if I had a swivel chair. Right, so here I am inside Davinci Resolve, and I wanted to talk over a feature that I didn't know existed until a few days ago when I started just randomly hitting buttons and seeing what happens. Let's have a look at the program here, and as you can see in the media pool I've got a number of clips, and for the benefit of this tutorial you're just going to have to imagine that I've got hundreds and hundreds of clips down there, and I've got no idea which is which, and I'm struggling to find things. So I'm going to use smart bins. So the first thing you need to do is click this little button up here, and then if you can't see the smart bins you need to go to View and Show Smart Bins, and there they appear. Now as you can see I've got a few set up already, so let's just say for example I wanted to find which a still image within all this stuff. Well, I can click on images and there they are, I've got them all. And if you notice, the poster here for Moonlight is actually buried inside a subfolder of the master, so this can actually look into different folders and it can find you images, video or whatever. So again, here's another one. Another example would be audio, and I just have the audio set up there. So let's go over how you make a smart bin. It's pretty simple. You want to right click down here, say add a smart bin, and then you get this dialog box come up and you want to name it. So let's say I just want to find the HD video footage in here. I've got no idea which one's which, so I'll rename it as HD, and then I want to click this little show in all projects tab, and that does exactly what it says on the tin. It shows you, oh, it'll allow you to see the smart bins in any future projects that you make, but it also allow you to see the smart bins in any previous project that you've done. So it's pretty useful. You can go back into old edits and then make use of the smart bins. So then to actually get them to work you need to fill in this data here. So this at the moment is set to media pool properties. You can change it to metadata, and something like a Blackmagic camera allows you actually to fill in metadata. But if you don't have that, or you don't want to be bothered with that, then you can just leave it on the media pool properties and you can go from there. So for HD, we're going to change it from file name to resolution, and then the resolution is, and we're going to type in HD resolution, so 1920 by 1080. And as you can see, this actually updates live over in the media pool, so you can actually see what these kind of inputs are having an effect on over here. So that seems all okay to me. I'm going to click create. It comes up over here, so we go back to the master, and in the future I've got another video project and I've got all sorts of data, all sorts of media here in the media pool, and I can just click on HD and it's going to show me any of the HD footage that I have. And you can get more and more complicated with this and do kind of more and more advanced things. So if we add another smart bin, this time I'm going to say I want to see 4K footage. So I'm going to say 4K, and I want to show it in all future projects. So I'm going to go to resolution again, and then I'm going to type in the HD resolution, or the 4K resolution, sorry. So that's 3840 by 2160, and that comes up. But maybe I don't want to just have 4K, maybe I want to have 4K B-RAW. So let's just name it to B-RAW. So I'm going to have to use another level of information, so click on this little plus, and then we have the same stuff comes up again, but we can change it to something else. So if we change it to file name contains dot B-RAW, now we can only see the B-RAW 4K, which makes sense. So let's create that. And again, just to demonstrate, there's all the media. 4K B-RAW comes up, nice and simple. So let's do one last one just to show some sort of some of the other options that you can have in there. Let's go to add a smart bin, and for this one I'm going to go for frame rates. So I might want to have all the 25 frames per second footage that I filmed, which is mostly what I film here in the UK in PAL land. So let's go to frame rates, add that is, and it automatically comes up as 16 frames a second. Don't know anyone who shoots in 16 frames a second, so there's nothing over here, but we can change it to 25 frames and it comes up, and let's just show that in all projects. But you will have noticed that other things have also come up. Some audios come up which it thinks is in 25 frames a second, and some still images as well, so we need to get rid of them. So again, we add another layer and we're going to go for clip type this time, clip type, and there it is. And we're going to go for is not, and we're going to say is not a still image, and it gets rid of the still images. And then we're going to add another one and we're going to say is not audio, and this time it gets rid of all the audio and it just leaves the footage that is in 25 frames a second. And of course you can do any frame rate. You could do 100 frames a second or 120 frames a second if you wanted to just find, say, slow motion footage. I haven't shot anything in 120 frames a second, so nothing comes up there, but you get the point. Let's create that. So it's pretty simple, and as I've just shown, there's all sorts of different things you can go through. You can go through in and out points, you can go through resolution, you can go through formats or even codecs. So I trust you're smart enough to be able to figure some of them out and to combine them all together to get different combinations that is going to speed up your editing workflow and make life just that bit easier, which is what we all want. A nice, easy, simple life, just chilling. And you know, a lot of people get paid by the project rather than getting paid by the hour. So if you can speed things up, you can save yourself some time, make some more extra money, which is good. Everyone likes extra money. Everyone wants more money. Everyone's mad for more money. You can make yourself some more money, spend it on some more cameras, can't you? Which is what we all want to do with our money. Spend it on cameras. Nice new cameras. Of course, Albert Einstein famously said that if a cluttered desk was the sign of a cluttered mind, what exactly was an empty desk the sign of? I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know that I have made a video that is even more profound than anything that Albert Einstein has ever said, and that you should check it out here.